Hello, you're with Star Television Network on Channel 21, and this is the national news with me, Sienna Wright. First, the headlines. Dr. Sheku Sise has outlined plans to have the Ahmed Tijan Kabah Foundation launched on June 16, 2019 at the Bintu Mani Conference Hall in Freetown.
The best way to remember President Kabah, in our view, is to create or establish a foundation, the Ahmed Tijan Kabah Foundation for Peace and Democracy.
Sierra Leone joins other countries to celebrate International Albinism Day with the theme Still Going Strong.
They must see the change to be effective in every region, every country. This action plan entails certain rules, certain regulations, certain things that will prepare for people with albinism to better their life.
The head of the criminal department, Gabriel Tommy, has confirmed to pressmen the spate of vehicle fraud.
Get on to the public for the press to help escalate the information to the public that the police is now contending with the real form of crime, which is car theft and mobile theft.
And in sports, the Chief Minister, Professor Francis Davis, has secured a 40-seater bus for his hometown football team, the Camboy Eagles of Kenema. Those were the headlines. It's now time for the news in detail with me, Sienna Wright. A member of the Board of Trustees and Working Group of the Ahmed Tijan Kabah Foundation, Dr. Sheku Sise, has outlined plans to have the foundation launched on June 16, 2019 at the Bintu Mani Conference Hall in Freetown, reflecting on the achievements of the late president. When he visited our studios, he spoke to Abdurrahman Kamara in this interview.
The best way to remember President Kabah, in our view, is to create or establish a foundation, the Ahmed Tijan Kabah Foundation for Peace and Democracy, because for the post-war period, the post-rebel period, President Kabah was truly the architect of democracy and good governance and peace in Sierra Leone. There is no doubt about that. And if we create this legacy, it will almost be a living gift to the people of Sierra Leone to remember a man who sacrificed a lot. If there is a way we should really remember Kabah in a nutshell, I use the word Kabah because most people in Sierra Leone, if not all, remember him as Kabah, a father of Sierra Leone, is to really think about the peace he created and the democratic institutions he installed in this country, which today are forming the foundations of our progress and our economic development. In looking at Kabah and his achievements, his service to this country, you have a few opinions, you have varying opinions. But overall, the opinion about the achievements of Kabah were very positive.
We Sierra Leoneans, patriotic Sierra Leoneans, are very, very grateful to those foreign forces led by Nigeria who are there at the moment trying to restore law and order and to protect the law-abiding citizens of our country. And I hope my people in Sierra Leone who may be listening to this will understand that my purpose of calling the Nigerians was really to save us, and the international community as a whole was to save us, and that the ECOWAS troops that are there to save us, to bring about law and order, and not to attack them. Certainly, their targets will not be civilians and or other installations. Their targets will be the military and the rebels that have sworn to destroy our country.
Honestly, as I said in the beginning, we created or we're trying to establish this foundation which our president, His Excellency Maada Bio, has agreed to launch to really create a living memory of this great man. Some of the things that really characterized his tenure of office were he was a peace builder. He brought people together. I think this is one of the things wherein we really can remember and pay a lot of credit to this great man. And that is why we are creating this foundation, this Ahmed Tijan Kaba Foundation for Peace and Democracy. Ambassador Sule Darami, IJ, and Matia, and Aja went to Makeni to formally invite the president to attend the launching of the foundation. And let me say here that he was very pleased that in fact we had taken this move, and he indicated that he would attend the launching. He saw this as a continuation of that good relationship between him and Pakaba. And believe me, if I may also add here that I think there was a large group of APC members in Makeni at that point, and they all indicated clearly that they would like to attend this particular launching. And for us in the foundation, we're very pleased that we have a foundation for peace and democracy. If by this launch, by our own president, we're able to bring former presidents, including our own former president here, we see it as a good beginning for peace. The foundation itself will be launched on Sunday, the 16th of June, in the late afternoon. We shall make a press release onto the exact date. But what is certain is that it will be launched by our president, His Excellency Maada Bio. There will be former presidents. President Obasanjo has indicated that he will be here. Former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has indicated that she will be here. There are far more galaxy of personalities that will be here to pay honor and homage to a great African leader.
The Sierra Leone Association of Persons with Albinism, in collaboration with Christian Lawyers Center, otherwise known as Legal Link, has on Thursday, 13th June 2019, celebrated the International Albinism Day in Sierra Leone with the theme Still Standing Strong at the AfriCell American Corner, Bathurst Street in Freetown. The press conference and public lecture is aimed at raising the level of awareness on the rights as well as the challenges affecting persons with albinism in Sierra Leone. Adma Samai has more.
Albinism is an inherited genetic condition that reduces the amount of melanin pigment found in the skin, hair, and eyes. It occurs in all racial and ethnic groups throughout the world. The founder and director of the Sierra Leone Association of Persons with Albinism, Mohamed Usman Kamara, reiterated that on the 18th of December 2014, the General Assembly adopted Resolution 69-170 proclaiming 13th June as International Albinism Awareness Day. And it is the day to recognize, celebrate and stand in solidarity with persons with albinism around the world.
One, they must see the change to be effective in every region, every country. This action plan entails certain rules, certain regulations, certain things that will prepare for people with albinism to better their life in terms of education, social inclusion, health care, and I must state, our health is very paramount because we are visually impaired. Visually impaired doesn't mean we are blind, but we have short-sightedness. A lot of dropouts are right now roaming the streets in the song selling because of their dropout, because of their sight. Because if you're not seeing well, like if you cannot see properly when sitting at the back, definitely you will just be discouraged and stop going to school. So albinism is a genetic issue that the gene must be present in both parents for them to produce a person with albinism. Because if the gene is just present in one person and the other doesn't have it, definitely they won't be able to produce a person with albinism. So we want to change the narrative that when you give birth to a person with albinism, that the parent, one of the parents, more the father, the guy, the male, they normally leave the kids with their mother, and then they say, "This is not my child."
Dr. Mary Ban, palliative care doctor at the Connaught Hospital, while giving a statement, said, "Until you stand strong, you also have to stand healthy," which our area of medicine is helping people with advanced disease, and advise all persons with albinism to go to the Connaught Hospital whenever they have skin disease.
So my area of medicine is really helping people with advanced disease, which maybe we can't actually help find a cure because the disease is too advanced. But we can certainly do a lot to help symptom management, make sure they're free from pain, vomiting, breathlessness, other discomforts, and improve their quality of life for as long as possible. So often I see patients when they've had disease a long time and they may have tried some treatments that has not been successful, or they may not have been able to find available treatment. But for this issue of skin cancer for people with albinism, I don't want to see any patients in my area of specialisation, because these are patients who can be spotted early and treated early and avoid getting to the stage where they might need someone like me to help them. So obviously for some that will always be necessary, and we will always be there wanting to help them. So what I really want to re-emphasise some of the messages already said by Usman, that if you have albino skin, or you know somebody in your family or in your community, or you see a family with a young child with albinism, you know that their skin is vulnerable to the sun. They don't have the protection that you have when you have melanin in the skin causing a dark skin.
The Executive Director, Legal Link, Rashid Doumbouya, while giving a public lecture on the theme, Still Standing Strong, he reiterated that the team has been chosen as the international team for this year's International Albinism Awareness Day celebrations, which is to recognize, celebrate and stand in solidarity with persons with albinism around the world to support their cause, their accomplishments, as well as their challenges, and to promote and protect their fundamental human rights.
We are being faced by persons with albinism coupled with increased momentum and outcry for their protection across the world. The UN Human Rights Council adopted a resolution in 2013. It's called Resolution 2313, calling for the prevention of attacks and discrimination against persons with albinism around the world. Consequently, on the 18th of December 2014, the UN General Assembly heeded to the call and adopted Resolution 69170, proclaiming 13th June as International Albinism Awareness Day.
For Star TV News in Freetown, I am Adma Samai reporting.
You're still with the national news here on Star Television Network Channel 21, and as the rate of vehicle fraud continues to increase, the head of Crime Investigation Department, Gabriel Tommy, on Thursday, June 13, 2019, confirmed to pressmen that the Sierra Leone police is putting mechanisms in place to arrest the spate of vehicle fraud. He made the statement at the CID headquarters organized by the Criminal Investigations Department conference room in Freetown.
The rate of vehicle fraud, among other things, over the past months has been on the increase. These complaints mostly emanate from the capital Freetown. This was confirmed at a press briefing organized at the Criminal Investigations Department conference room at their headquarters in Freetown. Addressing pressmen at the Criminal Investigations Department, the head of CID, Gabriel G. M. Tomei, said the rationale for holding the news conference is to get onto the public that the police is now contending with a new form of crime, which is car theft and mobile theft, noting that there are a lot of criminals pretending to be genuine.
The rationale behind the press conference is to get on to the public, for the press to help escalate the information to the public that the police is now contending with a new form of crime, which is car theft and mobile theft. So we want the public to be aware that a lot of criminals are out there who, in the guise of being genuine business people, take vehicles, stolen vehicles to them, take money from them, and at the end of it, there is the challenge between the owner of the vehicle and the person who pays money for the vehicle. So we want the public to be informed that this is what a lot of people are doing. People go around car centers. They usually, when somebody wants to put out a car for sale, the person writes the contact number on the vehicle. So these 419ers or criminals, they go and take the contact number, they call the person and tell the person that we are interested in buying this vehicle. In the meantime, they then will contact somebody that there is a vehicle for sale. So the person who owns the vehicle will get in touch with the criminal, and the criminal pretends that he's a genuine person, goes out with the owner of the car to this unsuspecting buyer. So the unsuspecting buyer negotiates in exclusion of the true owner of the vehicle, negotiates with the criminal and pays money for the said car far below the actual cost of the vehicle, which in fact is the means that they use to bait the potential buyer to accept the deal. So once the money is paid to the criminal disappears from the scene and leaves the seller and the buyer and the car owner in disagreement as to whether to go away with the car or to leave the car, because the owner will say, no, I have not sold this car, but the buyer will say, yes, I have paid for this car to so person. So that is why we want the public to be aware that if someone goes to you for sale of cars, tell the persons that we want to see the importation documents, the document pertaining to this vehicle, and let them produce that before you enter into any transaction between them.
He revealed, among other things, the serious concern raised by people buying second-hand items, especially those doing businesses at the Belgium, noting that most businessmen bought second-hand items without knowing the actual source. Gabriel Tomei, however, called on all those buying second-hand items, especially those at Belgium, to ask for proper documents before paying for such items.
No rush for buying people. If you look at people, when you know say this is worth $15,000, somebody tell you say give me 5,000, something is wrong. How put you away? Look, now the only way that they're able to play on the intelligence of people there with low price. Because when I 10,000 say I will give for 3,000, you fall for the bid.
Explaining on how to assess whether items are being stolen, the Deputy Head of Crime Management, Superintendent Roberts, maintained that most victims are intelligent and prominent personalities that are mostly carried away by the baits of these fraudsters.
This mobile, they can take countless number of SIM at different times. If you do now one mobile, I will put one SIM inside here, I use her, I pull her, I put another one. Per day I will use her, I will use 50 SIM inside. But the capability of this mobile, when it help with my investigation, is that each scene where it go here, when you pull at it, there is an identical number where it is inside this phone. The phone gets number. When any call, when they call out from any scene, that number, this phone is number, they go to the database. It's that same thing we use for. So that's so they use that the means that they use to find out. Even when you don't tip somebody, they don't tip somebody in phone, they don't go sell it to you. Then they put the seed inside the drawer. When they begin to look at the call of the find out say so number of seed don't go inside this phone. When they begin to look at the IME number, they call it IME. The number, that is the permanent number in this phone.
For Star News in Freetown, Hassan Koma reporting.
And now to round up the news sports. The Chief Minister, Professor Francis Davis, has secured a 40-seater bus for his hometown football team, the Camboy Eagles of Kenema. Let's join our sports correspondent Hilton John for what's happening in the sporting world.
Sports Hour in the news for today, live in Star Television. We start to look at the scene. The Chief Minister of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Professor David Francis, has bought a brand new bus for Camboy Eagles football team. What a big boost for the club. It's going to be recalled that he promised the club that he will give them a good bus that they will try to settle the challenges as far as transportation is concerned for the club. Camboy Eagles is one of the greatest contenders among the provincial teams comprised of Bull Rangers, Diamond Stars to win the Sierra Leone Premier League. They have 29 points in the ongoing campaign. Here is the report. The Honorable Chief Minister of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Professor David Francis, born of Lagu Town in Kenema District, has secured a 40-seater bus for his hometown football team, Camboy Eagles. Camboy Eagles is one of the competing teams in the ongoing Sierra Leone Premier League 2018-2019 across the country. As part of his commitment to his people owing to promise made earlier in an official unveiling of the team jersey, the Honorable Chief Minister promised buying a bus for the team to ease their transportation challenges, and he has acted accordingly. Speaking with the chairman of Camboy Eagles, Kamara Mazola, on his recent development, he said it is a blessing for the team and motivation. But to be honest with you, according to him, this is the biggest surprise by the Honorable Chief Minister of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Camboy Eagles are one of the greatest contenders in the ongoing Sierra Leone Premier League. It could be recalled that in the last meeting at the Sierra Stevens Stadium, it all ended 1-1 against Freetown City Council. The team is in active preparation to play against arch-rival Bull Rangers from the southern region. For Star TV Sports in Freetown, I am Hilton John reporting. Congratulations to the Chief Minister giving support to Camboy Eagles Football Club as part of his own contribution in the ongoing Sierra Leone Premier League, a new brand boss for the team. In the international scene, Nigeria female team has secured a first victory in the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup in Paris. They succeeded 2-0 against South Korea. Here is the report.
At this FIFA Women's World Cup, Nigeria beaten 3-0 by Norway in Reims, Korea 4-0 by France in Paris. So both sides need 3 points today if they're to avoid having a mountain to climb. Isabere though with a cross for Nigeria. Oh, good save. Well, I'm not sure how much desire. Win it back with a Kobe, a scrap which she lost. Oh, it's an own goal. The lofted ball over the top. And now Nigeria break. Stabbed forward to Oshola to use her pace and use her strength and finish.
The shocking news for Germany, the German side defeated the Spaniard. In other words, Germany female team defeated Spain female team 1-0 in the other match. Here is the highlights of the game.
There's everything to play for as these teams meet in Group B. It is Germany against Spain in Valenciennes. Hermosa. Garcia on the charge, and Garcia will get there first as the goalkeeper hesitated. Hoot times her run very well, pops in the middle. Hoot's cross towards Alexander Popp, and it is turned in by Sara Debritz. Good save from Panos, but then Debritz showed grit and determination to get beyond the defender Paredes and make the telling touch.
This is a good start for our African countries, more especially Nigeria, succeeded in a 2-0 victory against South Korea. That's all for sports. Back to Isiana in the studio.
Thank you very much, Hilton, for that sporting update. Well, viewers, that's all we have for you here in our local news bulletin file for the hour on Star Television Network, Channel 21. I am Sienna Wright. Thanks for watching, and do stay with us.